Hey everyone, and happy Halloween! Today I am creating my only Halloween create-a-sim of the year. I was supposed to create a few of these throughout the month of October, but it just didn't happen. A lot of my ideas fell through. I just couldn't get the right CC for it, or just the sim wasn't coming along how I wanted them to. So just a few days ago, I decided to try my hand at finally making vampires that I felt like embodied my ideal vampire, because usually when I make vampires, they're not like super vampire-esque. I feel like I make them more along the lines of like Vampire Diaries vampires, or even like more toned down and more chilled than that. But I really wanted to go all out and use like blood accessories and make them a little bit not darker necessarily, but I just wanted to make like really sexy, bloodthirsty like vampires. So these two are a vampire couple. The first sim that I'm making is surprisingly a male. I don't usually make that many male sims. I do when it's necessary, but not like for fun or anything, because for some reason I just enjoy making and playing with female sims more than males. But I had this idea of a male sim, like the vision was in my mind while I was making him. So it was pretty easy to create Dimitri, which his name is Dimitri Cole. I love him so much. He's so attractive. He gives me Damon Salvatore vibes, but he doesn't look that much like Damon or like Ian Somerhalder. So he just has like that same kind of attitude. He carries himself the same way. He's just very like troublesome, bad boy, like evil, but like sexy vampire dude. So I'm really happy with how he turned out. Now, while making him, I wasn't sure about the clothes, because I did find a piece of CC. It's the first thing that I put him in, and I downloaded that specifically for this create-a-sim, but it didn't work. I didn't like the pants and the bottoms, and it didn't fit right. I saw pictures of other people having it on their sims, but it just didn't work for me or for Dimitri, so I gave up on that. But I found another outfit that's just like a full body, and it worked so well. It was like open red leopard, like button up, tucked into these like black slacks. He looked so good. I love him so much. He's got piercings. He's got, I was gonna go for tattoos, but I kind of forgot after I did his body hair. But he's got like longer hair, really good facial hair, I like light eyes, just like Damon. So you can really tell my inspo behind him, but he's so cute. I have a plan. I really want to use him for a series, not like a Halloween series, because I think I know what I'm gonna do for Not So Berry, Plum, and Orange Gin. Both are going to involve vampires. Why? I just really want to play with vampires, and I feel like Not So Berry, if I don't do Not So Berry Extended, which that won't even happen for a long time anyway, then I want to play with vampires at some point in time, because vampires in The Sims 4 are probably the occult that I've played with the most and I've enjoyed the most, because in The Sims 4 they're just so well done and well fleshed out that honestly that pack is definitely in my top 3. So if you don't have it and you're like kind of considering it, or you are kind of interested in the whole like vampire thing, I definitely recommend it. I mean, the create-a-sim's not like crazy good or anything, because it's all like vampire related and stuff, and like kind of older and Victorian and whatever, but just like vampires themselves are so well done. I really like the build. By the world, I wish was bigger, and I wish like graveyards were a part of it or something like that, but overall I'm really happy with that pack. It's just like one of the best, which is also why I wanted to make vampires too for like this create-a-sim, because I mean they're kind of easy, I mean, you need CC, well, you don't need CC to make them, but to fully flesh them out, CC's good. But they're just really simple to make because they're in the game. You don't need a bunch of custom content to like make them look crazy good. I was originally going to make a witch. I don't know if I said that already, but I was gonna make a witch, and I liked how she came out. I made the thumbnail, everything, but just at the very end, I was like, you know what? She's not witchy enough. I didn't have like the right CAS items. Some of them I had, some of them I didn't. I was waiting for a clumsy alien pack to come out, and that didn't come out until just like a few days ago. So I ended up just making these 2 vampires instead, which I'm kind of happy that I did, because overall I'm just really in love with them. I love how they look, even as human sims, which I'm thinking about going in my personal time and just humanizing them to see what they would look like and see their dynamic as a couple, because I'm sure it'll still be like Dimitri's this bad boy and then Sanguine's this like sweet innocent girl, but because they're together, I'm sure that she would still be like really high maintenance, maybe a little bit vicious, and just like this bad girl, mean girl. So I feel like they'd still be the same Dimitri and Sanguine, just without, all the murder. But now we are working on the female sim. Her name is Sanguine Lenoir. Now, with these sims, I did create more of like a in-depth backstory because for some reason, when I obsess over my sims, I can't not make a backstory for them. But Miss Sanguine, who is a bad bitch, let me tell you right now, she was actually a witch. That's why she has this witchy crescent moon tattoo on her chest. But you know, one night she left her village a little bit too far, got too far in the woods. Dimitri was going to kill her, but something about her just like captivated him. He stopped and just stared at her. And so she used her powers on him. He was like, wow, this girl's powerful. She's amazing. They kind of teamed up a little bit when she was a witch, but she was like a goody two shoes, like I want to be good and pure and everything like that. But then once they fell in love, he turned her, and this is darkness, which is really what Dimitri was attracted to, that she never like let out, kind of took over. And so she is even more evil and ruthless than Dimitri, because amongst vampires, Dimitri was one of the most ruthless and bloodthirsty killers out there, but no one had ever met Sanguine before as a vampire. So once she was turned, she was even more ruthless and terrible and bloody, which is why she has a little bit more blood on her face than Dimitri. Yeah, she's a baddie. Is she a nice person? Is she a good person? No, she's also very high maintenance. I gave her that trait. I've never used that trait. I would like to eventually. I think it's kind of cool. I don't know what all it like involves. I know it can be kind of annoying because your sims are mad and angry all the time, and it revolves around yoga and stuff like that, but I feel like Sanguine would definitely be high maintenance, which is why I gave her that trait. And she's just so pretty. I love the corset that I gave her, the boots, her nails, the hair. But yeah, that hair is so beautiful. Clumsy Alien is low-key the goat when it comes to making Sims CC. It's perfect. I love the wispies, like the little like flyaways. I love the clothes, just everything that Clumsy Alien makes, I'm obsessed with. So thank you. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this creative sim. I am so happy with how these sims came out, and I wish that I was able to get more of these Halloween creative sims out this month. Maybe next year I can do a lot more. The CC links for these sims should be linked in the description down below. But yeah, make sure to leave me a comment down below, like the video, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the very next video. So good for everyone.